just a quick views flash here. Obviously, I'm an avid reader of Warhammer Community. I don't think you can see that, it's probably just a glow. But this week we've seen a lot of really exciting stuff come out of the Warhammer Community page. The Vigilus Open Day has really put a cat amongst the pigeons. Now, bear in mind, there's a lot of cool stuff. We've got some Gene Stealers, which look really cool. We've got the Noise Marine, which frankly looks amazing. I'm really hoping more of those come out. Being able to run a Noise Marine kill team would just really be a lot of fun. But what's really put a cow among the pigeons is Marnius Calgar. I don't know if any of you seen him. Let's see if I can get this picture up. There you go, if I get it closer. That is a Primaris Marnius Calgar, and that is pretty fucking big because that's one of the oldest, not the oldest, I don't think, but certainly one of the oldest standard marine models being redone as a Primaris. There's a lot of chatter around the internet about does this mean the end for standard marines. I think a lot of us are of the opinion that once the Primaris came out, because they looked so much better, they were much more the appropriate scale. Frankly, the models were much more active. They lacked the multi-pose, but they're what you could think of as limited pose models. They haven't got the massive posability and customization of other models from GW, but they do have a limited amount of posability, and they are fairly easy to convert and muck about and interchange with, a lot more than people seem to think. We've kind of thought these guys were going to eventually replace Marines. You've got something here that is quantifiably better in most ways. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Ew. Actually, just a bit of fluff or flock, I think, from building. Anyway, where was I? Better, yeah, they're better. A lot of people prefer the original Marines. I have a lot of love in my heart for the original ones, but the new ones, they're the right scale. They're bigger than other guys. They look bigger than the other guys. When you put them next to something like an Imperial Guard, it's appropriate. It's the way a Marine should be towering over an Imperial Guard. In addition to that, their general scale is better. Their legs, whilst they actually seem taller and leaner, their legs are a lot thicker and a lot bigger. One of the things that was a personal bugbear of mine about a normal Marine was, for example, his leg was thick, just as thick as an Imperial Guard's leg. When you add to the fact that they're supposed to be like about an inch armour either side with cooling systems, padding and stuff like that, maybe 2 inches, that kind of meant that these Marines were skeletons inside and the same height as an Imperial Guard, which didn't fit in with the fluff as they'd done it. I'm a massive fan of Primaris Marines and I'm a Primaris player. I don't think it's a bad thing if they shift over to the Primaris, but I don't necessarily think this is the death knell of the old Marines. I mean, there's nothing confirmed. Certainly, changing his character over really leans towards that idea. And most of the groups I'm on, the chatter is this is it for Marines. This is their last hurrah now. They've started converting characters, and now that they've started converting their characters, they're gonna, there's no reason for them to not convert all the characters. And once they've done that, there's no reason for them to keep the old Marines around as sculpts. Now, business-wise, this makes sense. Running every army twice would be expensive, and running even one army twice is probably costing GW a lot of money in terms of sculpts and in terms of stuff they're manufacturing and may not be selling. Every company's got to make a profit. GW are no less important, and it's sad to say that one of the things, if we want them to continue, we have to support them making a profit. Otherwise, we'll end up with no hobby. There is a balance between that and just buying their stuff because we want more stuff. However, in this case, I don't think that's applicable because I really think the new guys are really, really good. I think there is no real problem with the... Oh, pause, stop it. That's the Vigilus thing. Sorry, just trying to scroll up. I really think that we're moving on to a better product. The only downside is a lot of people have got huge armies. I sold my army of Space Wolves in bits when the new Primaris came out, just because I like the new Primaris a lot, but a lot of people haven't done that. And if the new Primaris are going to be the stock, it's going to be difficult for them to do that. So I can see a lot of reasons why people are going to be upset that the army that they've got is no longer a viable army. However, it is worth pointing out as a subside to that, most people, the bases are roughly the same sizes. If you want to just rebase your special characters, I don't think any of us out there are going to care if you're using standard Marines and saying, look, they count as Primaris, I'm just not replacing £400 or £500 worth of army. And I can agree with that. I mean, I had a Space Wolf Great Company that was big enough that every time they brought out an expansion and a new Great Company in things like Chapter Approved, in Heroes of Fenris, I didn't need to buy anything. I had everything there already. I spent years putting it together. I have no idea how much it was worth. So much grey plastic. There was a core of painted coolness that I loved, and then there was a sea of grey plastic as the rest of the Great Company just stretched off into the distance. And I sold a lot of that just because the new Primaris looked so good that I frankly really wanted to move over to them. So I can see people who are looking, they're going, I have spent so much time and effort building this army, and now it's been rendered obsolete by this new thing. I can see them being upset, and they've got a valid reason for it. However, I think when it comes down to it, the models needed to eventually be improved. With size creep and everything else, they eventually needed to be made bigger, and it was going to happen. And I think what we've got now with the new Primaris is a beautiful model. Just a few other quick cool things worth mentioning. I mean, this guy, again, sorry. This guy is fantastic. I mean, he's the new Chaos Champion for the Vigilus campaign, and frankly, that's one of the most dynamic, nasty looking models I've seen in a long time. He's really, really good looking. There's obviously the Vigilus Defiant book coming out with the Imperium Nihilus. It also establishes in canon that there is a safe way through to the Dark Imperium. There is a safe way to get back and forth. A lot of the previous stuff had said that they were on their own for the long time. This indicates that they're not on their own, which is going to give a lot of freedom for, I think, things like the other Primarchs to turn up on the other side of the rift. There's been some rumours about Lehman Russ. There's been a screenshot of a thing that looks like Lehman Russ saying he's coming back. Nothing confirmed on that. Again, we got this, which I'm just going to move in. You've got this beautiful stuff ready for the Genestealer Cult, and a lot of people are going to be really excited around that. I'm looking at the bikes there, and they look like normal bikes. They aren't these big Judge Dredd looking Space Marine bikes, which I think is really cool. I'm hoping that might indicate that when we get the next level of Space Marine bikes, if we get Primaris bikes, I don't know if we will, but when we get them, they'll be a bit more elegant, a bit cooler looking. Obviously, they're going through about Chapter Approved 2018, but what I really like here is, where is he? We've got a little picture of this fella. Now, this fella himself, not particularly a problem. However, let's try and focus you on that. Focus. There you go. Above it, you can say, customize your characters. One of the big drawbacks of Primaris over standard Marines has been that Primaris are very much locked into one set of weapons, and a much more, even with their characters, a much more limited set of options. If Chapter Approved 2018 is going to allow you to customize your Primaris characters, it's going to bring that thing that the Primaris lack into the Primaris. And again, that's something I'm really, really looking forward to. I love my Primaris, but one of the reasons I play GW over any other system, and I play other systems, I played quite a few, Infinity by Corvus Belli, I played Malifaux, D&D, and various things. One of the reasons I like as a model system GW is because of the, excuse me, should have shut the door on that, is because of the customizability of those guys. You can really put something of yourself into that. Oh, and a little cool stuff for anybody. Sorry. We've got pretty much a confirmation that Adeptus Sororitas are not being canned. They're going out and they've got stuff still coming for them, so it looks like they're still alive. Hopefully we'll be seeing some plastic soon. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope this was helpful for some of you. Just some views I want to be out there. Have a nice day, guys. Bye. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Not sure why, but I am. So if you like it, see me there, and please tell your friends. Thanks very much. Bye.